Excellent. How are you? Great. Okay, so you have a little bit of time to talk. Oh, you did. You got a job yesterday. What? What? Oh, okay. Adventure guide. Okay. What is that? Children. Sounds cool. Well, that's great because you had been unemployed for a little bit and now you have a job, so that is a step up. Yeah, that's okay that it's not in the fashion industry. It's okay. We're going to be moving you toward your goal every day. So don't worry. Oh, okay. No, there's no judgment over here. We'll just put aspiring vegan then. No worries. Yeah, you had seafood yesterday. Well, you started your new job and you're like kind of new in being a vegan, and so you're figuring it out. Don't worry. So I just wanted to, kind of go over some of the interview questions that I have for you, and then we can talk about like some of your short-term goals that I recommend that you focus on. Yeah. Okay. So, do you own a condo or a house or no? Okay. And so yeah, you're employed as of now. So that's good. Are you married? Do you have any children? No? Okay. And what's your salary now that you have this job? Okay. And are you willing to relocate? Like if you find another job somewhere, or only in New York? Okay. Okay, so let me make sure I'm clear. So you live in Nebraska right now, and the only way you will relocate is from Nebraska to New York. No interim, like someplace else. Like, no. Okay, you're very, very focused on that. Okay, think, about your options, and then you can base your decisions off of that. But is it like somebody can kind of tell you what to do, and then you kind of feel like you have to do what they say? Like for instance, if we come up with a plan and someone says, no, I don't think you should do that, I think you should do this, is it a possibility, do you feel like you'll say, okay, yeah, I can't do what we discussed, I'm gonna do what this other person said? Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Excellent. Right. Yeah, it's good to know, because sometimes people can have a partner, that they are taking into consideration. And so sometimes it does, and sometimes it does not line up with a lifestyle with a partner. And so it's good to know up front if you have, someone in your life that you're going to be making decisions with, or someone who will just completely shut it down. So, okay, great. Do you own a car? No? Okay. And you're a college grad, and which school did you go to? University of Nebraska, right? Okay. And what was your degree in? Business administration. Okay. So I'm kind of curious, did they have a fashion design degree? No, they don't have a fashion design degree in the school. Okay. All right. And how would you rate your experience at the school? I just find it interesting to know what people's experiences were at school, if they liked their school, if they felt like their school was very competent, the instructors were competent. So on a scale from 1 to 10, which would you rate University of Nebraska? A 7? Okay. And if you needed to go to school, back to school or something, let's say in fashion design or something like that, would you consider going to grad school? I see. Okay, so it might not necessarily be fashion design that you're interested in. You kind of just really want to wear all the clothes. You have the ideas in your head, and you want someone else to design them. You want to tell them what you like, and then they design it. They do all of the stuff, but you're the idea person. Okay. All right, I understand. Okay, so now moving on to the short-term goals that I would recommend. I think that is awesome that you a job, because believe it or not, it feels better sometimes to already have a job when you're looking for a new job. Because you don't have this like pressure, like, oh my gosh, I need to find a job. So I think that's really great, and then you're able to kind of be peaceful with it while you're doing your job search, and you have like an awesome setup because you are staying with your parents, right? Yeah, I think so. I think that's great. So do you pay them anything for rent or for food? No. Oh, wow, that's even better. That is so great. Yeah, because when we're going to talk about like creating a budget and how much money you'll be able to save, I mean, that makes a huge difference because you'll be able to do whatever you want with your money. So awesome to your parents, awesome to you for that setup. So my first recommendation will be looking and applying for jobs within the fashion industry. So you'll be looking for things that are going to spark your interest, and that you know kind of feeds into your passion. It might not be your dream job right now, or maybe you'll find something that you feel is your dream job right now. It'll be great if you are able to look for some jobs that coincide with the things that you like about fashion and apply to them. And then you'll determine how much money you want to save for the month. So, for instance, if you make like $500 per paycheck, this is just an arbitrary number. I don't, know how many hours you can work in a week or whatever. But if you have 500 every 2 weeks, so that's 1,000 a month. So let's say you wanted to save 95% of your paycheck, because you could, because you have a really great setup. So that means that you'll be banking $950 in your savings account every month. And that will bring us to creating your budget, because your budget will be the number that you end up with after your savings are put away. So you'll have $50 left to do whatever you want with it, whether it's like going to the movies with friends or going to, hang out with friends, $50. And sometimes people feel like, okay, I need to create a budget first and then figure other stuff out. But it's my recommendation, my opinion, that you create the savings first, because that gives you a strong reason. Like what your reasons are for saving this money is, you want to be able to move to New York, you want to be able to travel, and so those are the strong whys of why you want to be able to save this money. And it's more exciting to think about that. And so then when you subtract that and then you have your budget, then you say, okay, the reason why my budget's so tight is because I want to be able to do this other stuff. And this is what I find to be the best way. Of course, people can do whatever they want. This is just my recommendation. So it's up to you if you want to follow it. So then once you have the budget in place and you have the amount of money that you want to save in place for your current lifestyle, then we'll start creating a budget for your future life, like the next step life. So for instance, right now, you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to really buy your food, so you can save a whole lot of money. And in the next step, potentially moving to New York, and you will have rent, whether it's with a roommate or on your own, depending on where you're going to live. Then you will have a bigger budget. So like right now it's $50 as an example, and later on it might be $3,000, because you'll have to pay for food, you'll have to pay for utilities, things like that. And so we'll take that into account, and you're going to create your current budget, and you're going to start saving money. And you'll be able to start saving money right now because you have a job, so that's really great. And then in 6 months, you'll be ideally working in the fashion industry, and you'll be living within your current budget. And then the last 6 months, so this will be the first 6 months, the last 6 months that'll make up the whole year, you will be continually living this way, and so you'll be completely embodying this way of living within the budget, working in the fashion industry, and being able to think about what your next steps are as far as your new budget that you'll be moving into after the first year. And then the last thing that you'll start thinking about is how you'll promote yourself. So what that means is it's not like marketing or anything. It's more of like, okay, you have this job. Let's say it's at a mall. What do you think would be the next job that you'll go for? How will you promote yourself into a new job? So maybe it's within the same company, or maybe it's going to be with a different company. So it'll be like the next steps, and we can talk more about that a bit later. Do you have any questions? I know it was you are awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited to work with you. I think that you have such a great attitude about everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do before our next meeting, I'm going to put together the part of the vision board that encompasses your short-term goals, and I'll shoot it out to you, and then see what you think based off of everything that you said. Then we're going to our next meeting. We'll talk about your life goals and your dream wife. Yeah, I know. It's exciting. So until the next time.